Do your job.
Marcos for FightUpTV.com, being joined here in Rosemead, California with UFC President Dana White. Dana, there's tons of people out here outside waiting for you, waiting for appearances from Chael, who's over here. How happy does this make you feel seeing all these people out here to support the UFC?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, not only supporting the UFC, you know, everywhere we go, we do well, but supporting the UFC Gym. You know, that's it's huge. This was a goal of ours, and Chael just said it in an interview, and he's dead on with what he said. He said, you know, a lot of people said this couldn't be done, and we did it. This gym is incredible. If you've ever grown up and thought about your dream gym, you know, this is it here. The bag room here is incredible. The things that they've added, you know, they've got this whole facility for kids to train. They got a regulation size octagon in here. There's weights and cardio, and we did it, man, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
Certainly it is a dream gym. It has a lot of things for people growing up to have them to do. I wanted to see what was the brainchild of these gyms. When did you guys sit down and think, you know what, we need to do this in order to expand?
Well, it wasn't that. It was something that we had always thought about. You know, we'd love to build a UFC gym and this and that, but how do you pull it off? You know, and it's not really. We're not in the gym business. Yeah. So when we hooked up with Mark and Jim, you know, they're the guys who started 24 Hour Fitness, and we sat down and started kicking ideas around, and you know, they said we can pull this thing off. And once they opened the first gym, and I went and toured it, I was blown away. And the great thing about it is they just keep getting better and better, because the first one, now they're making tweaks here and there. And, you know, UFC gyms are – my big thing with the gym business is the gym business hasn't changed in over 30 years. I mean, you walk in and there's the weights, there's the cardio, you can take your step class, you can take this class. Nothing has changed. But now – everything is under one roof here. You can get your weights, your cardio, take these classes, but you can also learn jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, and all these other things that are in this gym. Plus, it's got a pro shop that's second to none. It's got a huge, it's called the Arm Bar, where you can get all this healthy food. The other thing, for people who try to diet and try to eat right, there's no place to eat. You know, you can't go eat right. Try to go drive around and eat healthy. It's hard to do. People can actually come here and have lunch.
So, with the inclusion of the gym, do you think it's going to help out with MMA, with the UFC, to go a little bit more mainstream?
Yeah, I think one of the big things is education. You know, a lot of people are uneducated about mixed martial arts, and I think that a gym like this helps educate people, and it makes people less afraid of it, you know. There's a whole generation right now that have grown up the last 10 years. They're like, I grew up watching the UFC, you know. The stigma is gone. The stigma that used to be attached to the sport. The reality is, when guys like, well, you're a lot younger than me, not guys like you, but guys like me were growing up, you know, your parents would put you in karate or taekwondo. Mixed martial arts is the new martial art. It's the new martial art you want to put your kids in and that you want to train in.
Now, touching on a topic I know that you were asked a little bit while ago, when am I going to start seeing I guess there's a big demand right now, especially in California, for seeing more Latino fighters in the UFC. Is that something the UFC is going to aggressively push to start recruiting in Mexico, in Latin America, for fighters of that nature?
Yeah, we are. We're going after that now. We have been for a while. You know, you have to understand that boxing has been so ingrained in that culture. It's the only thing that's kept boxing alive for the past 15 years. And what's starting to happen now is, here's the reality. I don't care what country you're from, where you live. Why would you want to train in one thing when you could learn everything? Mixed martial arts is the new, it's it, man. It's what everybody's training in all over the world.
Certainly fighting is a universal thing that's common to everybody, regardless of nationality and race. I wanted to touch a little bit on UFC 119 next weekend. There was reports that Cro-Cop had an eye injury. You said, no, that's not true. Just wanted to go ahead and verify that he's all right and that fight's still going to go on?
Yeah. Cro-Cop, I didn't say that that's not true, that he didn't. Yeah, he did. He got poked in the eye during sparring, but he's okay. He's not out of the fight, and he will be fighting.
All right, Dana, and lastly, I'd like to touch upon the fight between Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. How do you see that fight turning out, and what do you see as advantages for Brock and advantages for Cain?
Well, obviously the advantages for Brock is he's huge and he's a freak of nature. What the guy's been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time in the sport is amazing. And then, you know, Cain Velasquez, I call him the Terminator. The guy absolutely does not stop until he finishes you. And I think that combination just has great fight written all over it.
Well, thank you very much, Dana, and we hope to see more UFC gyms pop up here in California and all over the United States. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.